Hello to all subscribers, watchers, and listeners of the Obsidian Radio YouTube channel. In case you don't know, you may not know this about me, so you'll know now. I've been a big fan of Marvel and DC animated universe since I was much younger. So, me personally, I'm getting a little hyped about the new Marvel and DC films coming out in the next couple of months. Two films that I'm anticipating are Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Suicide Squad. And I think Dawn of Justice comes out like March, I think, or is it April? Suicide Squad comes out in August, near my birthday, so that's good. Like I said, I'm a tad hyped up for both of them, but I have a few reasons why I think Suicide Squad might end up being the better of the two films. So let's go. 1. Suicide Squad has lesser known characters that either don't have enough screen time or have had no screen time in major films. Killer Croc, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, as far as I know, have never appeared in major films. And if anyone knows some films that these characters did appear in, go ahead and post in the comments. Otherwise, this would be the first time anyone sees these villains appear on a big screen. Whereas Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, even Wonder Woman to a degree has been in films, but these guys, I've never seen them interpreted on the big screen. So I think that's a bit more exciting that we're all gonna get to see these characters on the big screen the way we've never seen them before. So that's a plus for Suicide Squad. Number 2, because they're not overpowered, they can't fly, they can't shoot beams out of their eyes or hands or whatever, there won't be so much use of CGI like what Dawn of Justice is going to have to do. Let me explain. Superman, at least I think the Golden Age version, can like punch a planet and shatter the planet with one punch. Batman has billions of dollars worth of gadgets, weapons, and tools, many of which will explode when he uses them. Diana is the freakishly powerful warrior woman from the island of Themyscira. Kal-El is a humanoid alien, etc. If a film studio is going to put them in a live-action film, it's going to be big, it's going to be explosive, and it's going to be incredibly expensive. And it stands the risk of not always looking that good when it comes to some film producers when they use CGI. Certain effects, images, action sequences, etc., they don't always translate well into live action, causing things to look wonky or out of place. Or a lot of the times just not very believable. Like in Man of Steel when they're punching buildings. It's like there's a certain level of realism that just doesn't translate well with something like that. But the thing is, with Suicide Squad, none of the characters are like super powered. So the film creators don't have to worry about gigantic, explosive, and possibly overproduced action effects. Also, there's the tendency to cover fairly simple storylines, not necessarily bad storylines, but very simple storylines with too many explosions and too much CGI. So Dawn of Justice might look better to a degree in terms of how flashy it is, but it might also not be as good in terms of the storyline. Now, I don't know exactly the storyline. I have a pretty good idea because of that one stupid ass trailer, but we don't know the exact storyline, but it stands to reason that that storyline might not be as interesting because there's less characters, they're more overpowered, and there's going to be a lot more flashiness going on. Suicide Squad stands a greater chance of looking good enough without overdoing it. Since their characters are not overpowered, the guys who are producing that film stand a chance of being more practical with what they do and what they're working with. So overall, Dawn of Justice might actually look better visually if the effects are done well. But I get this feeling Suicide Squad might have a more complex and more interesting storyline. CGI still seems a bit off for displaying someone like Superman in a fight. I mean, Man of Steel still look kind of good, but even that one is like certain things still look odd. They look off, as good as the CGI was. So, but that's just my take. Number 3, yes, we finally get Harley Quinn in the film. I don't think they've ever done Harley Quinn in a live action film, so that is cold blooded. I like her character. Her character's awesome. She's finally getting a chance to shine in something big. And I haven't seen, have I seen, I don't think I've seen Margot Robbie in a film yet, so I don't know. But she is an Australian actor, and I notice a lot of them are very good with like really odd characters that have like a lot of emotional or psychological range. I have seen a little bit of what she can do. So far, I'm not that worried about how she's going to portray Harley Quinn. So overall, I'm excited that we're finally getting Harley Quinn in the film. So I think that's going to be another plus for the Suicide Squad film. Number 4. We get something that I think needs to be done more often. It's a little more risky, but I think ultimately it's going to be a much better payoff. We finally get a major film that, in the DC universe at least, that focuses on villains from the villain's perspective. What do I mean? Here's what I mean. This is a more interesting storyline since we're seeing the plot from the villain's point of view. We get to see Amanda Waller and how she's going to use these guys for whatever it is that she needs. They have to cooperate with each other in basically a forced way, otherwise they're screwed. As in, Amanda Waller is kind of the asshole like that, but an awesome asshole in a way, because she knows how to manipulate people to get what she wants, which makes her kind of beastly, which I like. And based off what I believe is a much better trailer, we didn't get a lot of spoilers for what the storyline is going to be. So we don't immediately know what's going on or how it's going to end. Or what Amanda Waller is going to do or how she's going to force them to do whatever it is that she wants them to do. So the overall plot is still kind of a mystery. Unlike the Dawn of Justice and their stupid, overdone trailers. But I'll get to that later. Number 5. Amanda Waller will play a major role in this film, and thankfully they're not going with the fat version. Amanda Waller's character is awesome because of how calculating, imposing, and controlling she is. She's so awesome that she could be the villain's villain. And like I said, I love the fact that Viola Davis, very good actress, is playing her, and I love the fact that they're now going with the obese Waller. Thank God. Me personally, I never liked the original character design for Amanda Waller being so obese. I hated it. In my opinion, I find it, again, this is just my opinion, but to me it's kind of disgusting that a major black female character, her design looks too much like a mammy character design. I don't like it. So, me personally, good work for Viola Davis. Good work for the casting directors. Love you guys. You're awesome. Good work. So, next, number 6. The trailer for Suicide Squad, the first one, I love that trailer. I think it's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to watch the other ones, but let me go ahead. The Dawn of Justice trailers were good up until that one trailer, I want to say like December 7th or so, that basically exposed the plot for a lot of people. So the editors of the Dawn of Justice trailers, sorry, but you suck. Do not cut trailers like that ever again. Do not ever do that shit ever. You're garbage. So far, I've seen only one of the trailers for Suicide Squad. I love it. It hyped up the movie, but didn't give away too much. So, now I know there's some other trailers that come out more recently for Suicide Squad, but I'm not sure if I'm going to view those because I don't want the storyline spoiled for me. So, I'm going to leave that alone. I saw the one Suicide Squad trailer. I've seen 3 or 4 of the Dawn of Justice trailers. They were all good except for that one that exposed what happens later on in the major fight. Screw you. Suicide Squad, you did the trailer exactly the way you're supposed to. And yeah, that's about it. So, that's number 6. And finally, number 7. Finally, we get to see the interactions of multiple villain characters, instead of seeing the characters as just a backdrop for the heroes. For the longest time, the Rose Gallery of DC heroes either were not very prominent in the storyline, or they're used only as a main plot device for the hero's actions, or would never appear in live action films at all. Suicide Squad is going a complete 180. where we get a feature film focusing on multiple villains from multiple rogues galleries, whereas with Dawn of Justice, we're still getting more or less the same plot points as usual with superhero films. Seeing how Suicide Squad members are going to be forced to execute whatever it is that they're doing that's automatically more interesting than seeing the heroes in Dawn of Justice do their normal thing, or what seems like a normal thing. The one awesome thing about Dawn of Justice is that we finally get to see Wonder Woman in a major live action role. So that's a plus for Dawn of Justice. But overall, Suicide Squad's character development looks like it's going to be more complex and more interesting. So in conclusion, I'm definitely going to see both films when they come out. But right now, so far, I'm convinced that Suicide Squad is going to be the better of the two films. Interesting plot, strong character interactions, film from the villain's point of view is going to beat out the CGI superheroes in a somewhat predictable and now partially ruined plot any day. I still think Batman and Superman's fight is going to be epic though. I totally accept that I could be wrong. This is only my opinion. That's all I've got for now. Please like, subscribe, and share. Peace.